Thank you.
Ian, let me start with you. Look, Clinton reaped personally millions of dollars in Wall Street speeches. Donald Trump now accuses her of, cash for influence peddling. Two-thirds of Americans already think she's dishonest. Is she now making matters worse, that she's just sort of a corporate tool here by going to billionaires with her hand out?
Well, I tell you one thing about Hillary Clinton is that she doesn't care about any perception of impropriety, right? She doesn't care what we think. To the viewers at home, she doesn't care what they think. If she did, she wouldn't have set up a secret email server. She wouldn't have ran the Clinton Foundation like an extension of the State Department. And she probably wouldn't be going out there, hat in hand to Hollywood and hedge funds and Wall Street. The bottom line is Hillary Clinton is obsessed with becoming president. And whatever it takes, she's going to do. And that includes fundraising at these big-level donations.
Capri, at Martha's Vineyard, she netted $2 million in a quickie cocktail party, goes down the street and opens her campaign purse, and that's another $1 million over a small dinner there. I mean, look, the list goes on and on. How can she be president of the people, as she claims on the campaign trail, if she's really the candidate of the wealthy?
Look, I mean, she's certainly not the first candidate for president of the United States or any major office who has gone and raised large sums of money from very wealthy individuals, in small events. This is just the way, unfortunately, with money in politics, when you need money to run campaigns, you have to do what is necessary. Now, granted, I will say and acknowledge that Hillary Clinton has not always had a good track record with low dollar donors. This has actually subsequently changed. Just in July, her campaign finance reports have shown that roughly 50% of her campaign contributions recently have come from donations under $200. Right. So obviously she is trying to change that, but the reality is money is here to stay in politics. You got to go where you got to go to make it work.
What about that? I mean, maybe the flip side is the voters, don't really care because everybody does it, and maybe the person who's really naive and foolish here is Donald Trump, because his fundraising is by comparison absolutely paltry, and she's using what may turn out to be $2 billion in fundraising to run these constant and devastating television ads of one soundbite after another of Donald Trump with his incendiary rhetoric. I mean, must say they have to have an impact.
Well, no doubt. I mean, the Clintons have a machine out there. They have a machine for a campaign, and they need a lot of money to fund that campaign. And let's be fair to some extent here. She's not Bernie Sanders. She's not Barack Obama. She's been at the forefront of politics for 40 years. She is not creating excitement with the grassroots. I mean, the bottom line is your average suburban mom or dad would rather take their kid to see Finding Dory for the 10th time than give $20 to Hillary Clinton. That's just the reality of it. Her donations may have popped up recently as far as lower dollar, but she is going to depend on Hollywood, like I said, on the hedge funds, on Wall Street.
And that's also a more exciting story to tell as well. I mean, selfies with Justin Timberlake is more interesting than a $50 donation online.
Yeah. The LA Times, speaking of the Hollywood crowd, put it in pretty stark terms in today's edition. I'll quote it here. The momentum that Clinton could gain by appealing to the current populist sentiment to spurn big donors is no match for the momentum to be gained from crushing her opponent in the fundraising. So, Capri, I mean, bottom line, it's all about winning, isn't it? Winning at any cost. And, she's a multimillionaire, so what's a few million between us pals?
Well, I mean, again, this is the price tag of modern-day elections. I mean, every single election, particularly since 2000, has gone up time after time after time. Every 4 years, we say this is the most expensive election in presidential history. And that just continues to change. And with Citizens United and other Supreme Court rulings, it's only going to get that much worse, and that's what we've seen. And so when you have to compete, you got to do what you got to do, and that's the sad fact. We need campaign finance reform.
Capri and Ian, thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Greg.